Hey guys, welcome back to the table. This is Finding Atoria. I am Arcadia, and I am here today with my co-host Malcolm and with some fun guests. Our continual guest, Jess, is with us today.
Hello.
And a guest that we've had on the show before, but not too frequently. And I believe the only other time on the show, it was remote in from Alaska.
It was.
Right? But
It's going to sound a lot better.
Yeah, right. But this time, here in studio is Cole. And we are so grateful for him to be with us. You're giving hints.
I was just doing a little march to march Cole in for his intro there.
I like that one. That was a good intro.
So we have talked previously on some episodes that we have started playing a new game. We are playing Star Wars as a TTRPG. There's a couple different versions of that. We're sort of doing an amalgamation, but playing in the world of Edge of Empire. And so we wanted to talk a little bit more. We're really having fun with it, and we wanted to share some more information about that with you guys, our listeners, in case you're interested and wanting to explore that yourself. So I have at the table some very stunningly knowledgeable Star Wars experts.
No pressure whatsoever.
Just a little bit.
Stunningly knowledgeable. Woo.
I mean, my nickname is 3PO
Right?
for a reason.
And that's part of the reason we dove into this as a game is because we all love Star Wars so much. It's near and dear to our hearts. But we wanted to talk about the fact that I keep saying Star Wars TTRPG, but that's really not what it is. It is separate games using the same sort of game system mechanics, but set in different worlds, different timelines, things like that.
So would we call that a different set of games, or would we call that different modules within the same? What's the name on the big box? What's all of them?
They each have a separate name, and they are considered separate games.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I know.
But all of them under the Edge Studios.
Yes, these
Star
are the Edge
Wars.
Studios versions, yes,
Okay.
of Star Wars TTRPG. And so we have, and you're going to have to help me, I always forget them, Edge of Empire.
Edge of the Empire.
And Edge of the Empire. I apologize. See, and 3PO is going to correct me, and I love it because that's what we need. Okay, and you have now. I'll mess this up because I know it's got a Disney equivalent that's very close. It's Force and Destiny.
Yes, that is correct. Not to be confused with Forces of Destiny, which is the Disney Plus little short animated series.
Okay, so we've got Edge of the Empire, Force and Destiny.
Yes.
And Rebellion something.
Age of Rebellion.
Age of Rebellion. There we go. Yep. Sorry, we're not playing in those. I don't remember their names as well. So we wanted to share with you guys, if you're looking to play the game, what are the differences between these game systems? Why did we choose Edge of the Empire? Why are we not strictly playing Edge of the Empire? And so what are some of the differences in those systems?
Question.
Yeah.
Are any of them more difficult than other? Are you meant to encounter these in an order that allows you to learn the game better? Is one more advanced than the other, or are they simply just different settings, different parts of the game to use?
So basically you've got the three, you've got those three different ones, Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny. And they're all pretty much equal in terms of difficulty.
Okay.
It's just three different
And that was my question.
settings.
Yeah.
It'd be like starting a module at level 1. It's just same difficulty, just different settings.
Your choice where, and you're really not meant to build up from one to another. Okay, that was my first question. I'll step out here.
So at a very high level, without digging into detail at this point, why are they, what makes them different? Like I think setting, character classes, what else makes them different?
Different goals. So like the Edge of the Empire is more bounty hunters, smugglers, that kind of setting and goal is to make money, essentially.
And you're not so much fighting against or for a certain faction of the light and the dark. You're out there operating at the edge of the empire.
It's more, in some cases, it's more survival because some of the, like one of the character classes from Edge of the Empire is a colonist. That's not a criminal. I mean, yeah, you've definitely got all the criminals in this one because it takes place in the, or I guess the module that comes with it, the adventure that comes with it.
In the quick start.
In the quick start kit, yeah. That takes place on a, Mos, I don't remember what the, Mos Shuta, that is.
Yeah, Mos Shuta.
Mos Shuta on Tatooine. It's run by a Hutt. It's very similar to Mos Eisley, Mos Espa, all of the other Mos something locations on Tatooine run by Hutts. So
it's literally edge of the Empire. It's not governed by the Empire.
Yeah, it's Hutt space.
Okay.
And
so that setting is very specific to that game version.
right.
Yes.
Like you don't have to be a criminal, but criminals do thrive here. But if you choose not to play as a criminal, then that actually would be really, really interesting to play as like a colonist or something. How do you operate in a world that basically rewards being a criminal?
Going legit in a hive of scum and villainy.
I know, right? Like that would be really interesting to try to do.
You've got me very intrigued now.
Dude opens bakery next to Hutt. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to try it out. I like scones. I don't. What's a Mos Shuta?
No, I'm not selling drugs here. It is just legitimate cupcakes. Okay.
Well, maybe it was like maybe you just end up being like so beloved by the whole community because your cupcakes are just that
neutral
amazing.
zone.
It's like,
It's negotiations between Hutts.
right? Like the Hutts buy from you. Like I'm imagining Endgame is
different levers of power are out there trying to vie for protecting you more.
Multiple warlords are meeting up in your little area because it's neutral space.
Right.
You're getting massive orders of scones on the weekend for like.
What's going out to the
warlord on the other side of the planet. It's fine.
All right, well, we ruined that already. That went very well. So I did have a question.
I kind of want to make that character now.
Kind of getting back to the differences, and I know that you guys are getting ready to go through all of these, and I want you to do that, but I'm trying to set up differences immediately. Would you find that these are different places at the same time, or do you find that these are different places at different time periods in Star Wars lore? Do your BBY 4 + 6 - 9, whatever it is. Are you at the same
I hope everyone listening understands Star Wars speak.
Okay, so real quick, in case you don't.
Yes, glossary. Go ahead, 3PO.
All of the Star Wars timeline is measured based on the Battle of Yavin. That's the battle at the end of A New Hope, the very first Star Wars movie. That came
When
out
the
in
Death Star goes
1977.
boom.
Yes.
When the Death Star goes boom.
When the first Death Star explodes, that's when they start.
True, I should have specified the first one. There are two of them.
Yes.
Amazingly, that's when the characters started keeping track of time. They're like, oh, shit.
That is year 0.
We don't have a lot more time left.
Right?
It's not when they blew up the first planet,
Yeah, I mean,
So even before, like, so the same year before the first Death Star blows up is 0 BBY, before the Battle of Yavin. Immediately after, that starts at 0 ABY, after the Battle of Yavin.
Okay, I'm going to show that I do not have the Star Wars knowledge for however much I love the stories and taught Cole to love the stories. Yavin.
Yavin is okay. So
Yavin is so.
Hold on,
I'm sorry. I love Yavin.
Hold
So,
on.
okay.
Silence in the studio for 1 second. Yeah, whoopty shit. Back to Star Wars.
We can go off topic to Star Wars well during Star Wars.
Okay.
It's a go.
Yavin is actually this giant. Of course, it's giant. It's a gas giant planet, and the Rebel base in the first Star Wars movie is located on the 4th moon.
And at the end of Andor.
So that's Yavin 4, and a bunch of other places go there. Like, Rebels takes them there at some point because they join the Rebel base there, and then also the
Andor
goes there.
Season 2. maybe. Anyway, go ahead. Nope, because it's not my turn.
Rogue One goes there.
Right.
So like, it's a big deal. It's a big place. Or it's not a big place. It's a moon. It's a big, important location.
What I think is so
Wars
funny is like I've watched all the Star Wars movies. I've watched some of the TV shows. I like I said, I absolutely love the storylines. I know I'm not as into the details as you guys are, but like I know BBY, you know, I know, but yet never having been like, okay, like what the fuck is Yavin?
It's the
Yavin 4.
Yavin 4.
Yes,
the jungle moon.
Honestly,
as soon as you said the moon,
you said the moon, I was like, oh yes, that clicked in my head. That made it make sense. Okay.
Good
Sorry.
deal. We have a.
Sorry, I should bring us back to the TTRPG.
Right. We were talking about something else.
So see, this is the danger of doing this segment. These are the sinking fields to the north that we heard tell about. Okay, and if we could just stay on track, like we actually
stay on target.
I used to shoot womp rats in my anyway.
It might take more than the Force.
Yes. Yep. Okay. And they're not much bigger. Okay.
Okay.
Much bigger than 2 meters.
Oh, the editing. Oh, Lord, the editing.
Okay, Jess, I'm going to bring you around. Okay. So,
sorry.
Edge of Empire is Tatooine, is smuggling, and what time, what year is that?
I don't think it's super specific, but it is during
I don't
the
think
like.
any of them specify a year.
They don't want to. They don't want to nail it into the timeline too much.
The Rebel one, I think it mentions it's ABY, and that is it. It like mentions the Death Star has been destroyed, and that is the only timeline information you get.
Oh, okay.
Other than it's during the Empire.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that matters because I think it matters for the Age of Rebellion in particular. That timeline does actually matter because both the destruction of Alderaan and the Battle of Yavin get the rebels a shit ton of support.
Right. You don't really have the big rebels time,
it's no longer
story
a bunch
without
of spy cells. It's now they're out in the open. They just destroyed the Death Star. They're a threat
an army.
Now. They're an actual threat.
It goes from an asymmetric rebellion where you're doing a lot of tactics that would be considered asymmetric warfare, or to now we have a viable force and we just took out their biggest. It's that pinnacle call to arms sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Empire also just took a giant hit. Like it just the Death Star they've been working on
Millions.
So that
dead.
makes sense. To play a
Holy
rebellion-based game, you need to be in that ABY time
it's going
period.
more front warfare for the rebellion. There's still the asymmetric side of it because that's just how the rebellion operates. But they're much more out in the open now.
Okay. So then the other one is Force and Destiny.
Force and Destiny.
And and actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to take us back to the rebellion. Where? Like we talked about how Edge of the Empire is in like Tatooine. You got the huts and all that. Do we I'm gonna keep forgetting it. Is Age of Rebellion?
Age of Rebellion.
Age of Rebellion. This is horrible. It will not stick in my head.
I've made notes and I'm happy to share them with you.
Age of Rebellion. Is that a sort of a broader landscape? I think about talking about all those asymmetric units. You know what I mean? So like, is it spread out more throughout the galaxy, or is it on someplace like Yavin, or
it'll change, especially because if it's after Yavin's not a secret anymore.
Right.
They can't be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the places that I think that they suggest is Hoth.
Yeah.
Is your military. Yep.
In Attack of the. I am.
Oh no!
no.
Episode 2.
Fart.
There's so many titles right now. So Empire Strikes Back.
Yes. I can remember the Empire part.
Is it Force of Age of the Rebellion Destiny
Yes.
Empire? Great. Okay, got it. Good.
In that one, they're on their Hoth base and it gets attacked. Well, they were there for a decent while. It became their main base because middle of nowhere. They don't know about
Fortified.
that.
Yep. Nobody
They have
knew.
to keep switching their commands to unknown locations.
Okay, so you've got a broader scope maybe
Yeah.
for your location.
And it's
But
And
like,
a
you
little bit-
report back to Hoth.
and a little bit more, but not a ton, specific on your timeline.
And it
Yeah.
sounds to me, Arcadia, I don't know if I'm not going to try to answer the question, but it almost feels like with Edge of Empire, your setting almost gives you the timeline. The Empire's almost in this waning sort of role with their power, and there's going to be places where they don't have total. So there's actually an edge to, they don't dominate everything. So that's probably ABY as well, I would imagine.
Oh,
Or would you?
Tatooine has always been out of the reach
Yeah.
because of huts. It's hut space.
It's hut space.
no one
and-
messes with the huts.
It's the Hut Empire.
The Empire didn't want
So
to mess
they're
with
the-
them.
the Hut cartel controls that, and they just haven't bothered or haven't
So your
wanted
Edge
It's
to
not
poke
worth their
that
time.
particular
Empire.
bear. Yeah.
They're setting up the location for you that you're not really going to be dealing with as many imperial implications as you would be. You're going to answer to the mobsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could
You're
be
gonna
that
answer
could
to
be
the local
several
warlord.
different time periods in the story.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I got corrected.
If you wanted
It's
to
like
change
when-
it, you could
if you've
legitimately put it any time. You could even go Old Republic if you wanted to. It's hut
Because
space.
they never mess with the huts.
No.
You go through the entire timeline, and the hut space is still the hut space.
Anybody
Yep.
ever seen a baby hut?
Yes.
I mean, like
Yes.
a really
Entire
baby
animated
hut.
movies
Not a
surrounding it.
child hut,
Yes,
but a baby hut.
the
Yeah, like
Clone
an
Wars
actual-
movie is about a baby hut.
Rada the Hut.
Like an infant hut?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
A
in a
baby hut.
backpack.
Oh, I need
He's
to
an
see
annoying
this.
little
Oh,
turd.
I need to see
And
this.
you
But
fall
he
in
is
love
really
with
cute,
not only
though.
him, but you. That's where I learned to love Ahsoka. That's where
yeah,
I
yeah.
learned that Snips was going to be. Oh gosh, I'm doing it now.
Join the dark side.
Yeah, whoopty shit. Back to Star Wars.
It's hard not to go off on the tangent with this.
Okay, just so that we can get it out there, this entire production of this episode was meant to be Arcadia interviewing you two and me just coming in pieces to keep us on track, and I'm over here just stirring the stew. I've just fallen to the. I didn't even have a chance. I'm shutting my mic off. We have to get an interview out of this. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm trying to set timing in place for everybody.
So-
Force and Destiny. Where are we?
Well, that one is also kind of like basically it has to be post Order 66 because part of the setup
Explain that to those who don't know.
Order
No,
66
no. Whoa,
took place in 19
Briefly.
BY. And it was when, if you've seen Revenge of the Sith, that was the execute Order 66, where the Empire killed all of what would become. It was still the Republic at the time.
Most of the Jedi Order just gets
most of the
destroyed.
Jedi Order gets slaughtered. because-
Anakin goes and kills the little babies, and it's very disturbing.
Yes.
Going back to the cloning
Well, he's Vader
that
at
was
that
done,
point.
there
I know.
was an order that was placed in
Really?
all of them, right?
So they had
Yeah.
control chips in their heads.
Correct.
Yeah.
You should look into Order 65.
Okay.
Yes.
Nope.
That,
Keep
oh my
on
God.
track.
That is the only reason why
that
nobody
Jedi death
suspected
with
Order
fries?
66 was going to be a problem.
No, that's kill the Chancellor.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that was how they totally saw Order 66. The Jedi saw Order 66 in the list of things and were like, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool because of Order 65. And they're like, okay, there's a
It was a whole
contingency
political,
plan
like,
for
it's
all
out
of
in
it.
the open.
in
what
the
Order
north,
66
beware
is.
of the sinking fields.
Right? Okay. All right. So bringing us back. Okay. So we are in these different settings and these different timelines, and there are different character types that can be played that are really mostly geared to play in the setting of that particular game. Like we had mentioned in our previous episode touching on the game, that Jess, you're playing a Force user and we're playing in Edge of the Empire. And so we're going to end up having to homebrew a bit in order to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we had a character from each of the
What?
games.
Yeah, whoopty shit. Back to Star Wars. Hey, editing's fun. You can do it on the fly.
Okay, so Jess, before I move on totally to characters and things like that, I don't think we fully got into timeline. We touched on it briefly.
Right. So with the Force and Destiny one, that one has a little bit broader of a scope because all you need is for it to be after Order 66. It could be during the primary Imperial period if you want. It could be once the rebellion has started to become stronger, post Battle of Yavin, because it's kind of you're basically just a survivors network of Force users. You've got Padawans who survived the Purge. You've got people who've started learning from, basically if you've seen Star Wars Rebels, someone like Kanan Jarrus who survived Order 66, and then his apprentice as Ridger, who was too young to have been trained by the Jedi Order, but is starting to learn from a survivor. That kind
and they're
of
constantly on the run from
right.
the
Empire.
Well, not
the
just the Empire, the Inquisitors. Excuse me. Yes. So
you have Force users all over, but not specifically Jedi Order as much because they're either in hiding
Most
or
of the Jedi Order
people
was
haven't
destroyed.
had
right,
or
the order
no
was
longer
destroyed.
yeah.
official
Yeah, the Order doesn't exist.
council.
Some
It's just-
maybe survivors that got some training might have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one you are depends kind of more on your,
So it's kind of
how
like
you decide your character.
anytime
is gonna be.
after X, right?
Right. Anytime
very
after
good.
Order
Okay.
66, yeah, basically. Because you're just kind of wandering around ruins of Jedi temples if you're following the modules that
Okay.
come with the
Sure. Oh,
the
that's
quick start
very
kit.
cool.
Yeah, it's like Ilum, Jeddah, Lothal, Ossus.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay, very cool. All right, I think this is a good time for us to take a little bit of break, and when we come back, we're going to dig into those different character types in the different worlds. So if you're interested in playing, you can sort of identify where you might want to focus your efforts. We'll talk to you soon.
When you sit down at the table, open the books, and spill out the dice, you're looking for an epic adventure. Tabletop role-playing is more popular than ever, and every day new players join our great hobby. My name is Steve Kellums, and I'm the host of the Epic Adventure Podcast. I'm just a fan with a radio voice, but joining me on this quest will be Mike Howlett, the co-founder of Oddfish Games, a great independent game company, and Christina Stiso, a PhD student studying game-based learning. Together, we will discuss all things tabletop gaming, from character creation to world building to setting and pacing. We will give you tips and tricks to make your games, well, epic. Like and subscribe to the Epic Adventure Podcast today.
This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. The Finding Atoria podcast is looking for guests for our upcoming episodes. Are you or someone you know passionate about the TTRPG community and have a story to share? If so, contact us on our socials or reach out at wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria. And now back to your program. And we're... Oh, you guys can't stop. Okay, thank you.
Welcome back to the table. This is Finding Atoria. And if you are listening to our hilarious laughter going on, it is because during the break, all we've done is talk Star Wars. And, well, as you can tell, we like to geek out on it. So we are talking Star Wars TTRPG. Glad you're listening. We were about to dig into the different kinds of characters that are specific to the different versions of the game. And so I guess maybe just start with, let's start with Force and Destiny. Obviously it's got Force.
Yes.
I'm assuming there's Force users.
Yeah, so basically all of the character classes that come with the quick start guide and the the greater player's manual, I guess, with Force and Destiny, they're all flavors of Force user. Like every single one of them.
Every single one is a Force user of some type.
Right.
Okay.
And this is kind of just where like character creation is your friend here, because you can pick one of the pre-made ones that comes with the quick start guide, but what's going to happen there is that it's all going to be some type of Jedi. You don't have to be a Jedi. Just if you're going to use a character sheet from Force and Destiny, you're going to end up being a Force user, but you could be a member of the Inquisitorius if you wanted to be. It just, how you want to do that, and how you could be neutral if your character was never trained by the Jedi Order. Yes, Malcolm.
I have a question. A lot of the Star Wars-based video games talk about there is the decision-making throughout, where you are going to balance your light and dark side thing. Is there an opportunity for that mechanic? Can I go in gray? Can I go in uninfluenced by the Inquisitorius, the Imperium, or the lovely light side? Can I kind of let that develop through, or do I need to declare at the beginning?
You don't need to declare at the beginning. There's
Excellent.
actually a whole system built in that, like, over time there's a morality mechanic.
Okay.
Like, there's a mechanic like this in all three of the games. It's just called morality in the Force and Destiny one. In Age of Rebellion, it's duty. Like, you accumulate duty over time as your rebel cell goes through its missions and, you know, does its thing.
The duty is also more of like what your job for the rebellion is. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's not so much
Playing your part.
Yeah, it's you. Maybe you're just a frontline soldier for the rebellion, or maybe you're in charge of collecting resources or intelligence, or you're just an ambassador doing diplomatic things. And
But how well you do your job, your duty is that mechanic.
Yeah, and for Edge of the Empire...
DUTY for all the 12-year-old boys in the room.
I'm sorry. This is...
which apparently is Arcadia.
Personal family joke. Cole is my son. He is a returned service member, and we are a... immature little family that every time he was on active duty or off duty or was going to duty or whatever it was, jokes had to be made.
I don't think
about
I ever said
duty.
going to duty for that reason.
I just had trouble looking the duty officer in the eyes.
So apparently we are all 12-year-old boys, even the women.
That's
And none of us are 12.
That's the
I heard I'm
correct answer.
13. I heard I'm 13.
Oh.
This is what I've been told.
Oh, okay.
Could have been. Could have been. Okay, so question answered then. Very good.
Sort of. The
Maybe.
third one, just
Yes.
while we're touching on this, is obligation in the Edge of the Empire. So that one is like debt.
Yes.
Do you owe the Hutts
Yes.
money? Blackmail.
and
Does
that's
somebody
kind
have
of-
something on you?
Kind of how I associated it with Shadowrun when we were talking about the other time is you have that social credit mechanic built in somewhere to have I burned my contacts? Have I double crossed the wrong people? Do I owe a bunch of credits to slimy worm like gangster bosses? I love that element that your social street cred, your reputation is on.
Yeah. So what this amounts to is that these three games are at their core narrative. The core thing is that they are telling a story. And then I think we talked about last time how they felt very cinematic. It's like, yeah,
Correct. It's a
'cause
scene.
it is a story. It could be a scene from one of the movies, a
Right.
scene from one of the TV shows. And that means that every time you think you're doing all right, something is going to come back and bite you in the ass. And if you...
Sarlacc.
Right. There's plenty of room for the GM to use that obligation or that duty or the morality to further the story or bring in further conflict.
It
or
smells very much
really
like Hope and
just
Fear
Yeah.
from Daggerheart to me.
Yeah.
Is that
with
those
the players.
that you're
right?
collecting those elements as a game runner to influence the narrative.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's built into the dice system.
Yep.
of that one,
Absolutely.
so.
Yeah.
Okay, so the players in Force and Destiny are all Force users.
Yeah.
What about Force users in the other games? Do they exist? If I want to play a Force user, I mean, are they built into Age of Rebellion or Edge of the Empire?
There's no good
I did
class.
it. I got the names.
You,
Sorry.
you did well done. There's the classes like for Force users are only in the Force and
Force
Destiny.
and Destiny. Yeah.
See, I almost messed up.
Right, I know.
I made notes I will share with anybody.
I keep wanting to say Forces of Destiny. Like, it's been hard to say Force and Destiny. I know what it is. My head knows what it is. My mind
Force
keeps wanting
one.
to say Force.
Okay,
Right.
so Force users don't exist in the other books if you're playing them straight from
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
manual.
Yeah, like if you bought only one of them, then you're going to have access to. Yeah, if you only bought Edge of the Empire, then you're not going to have access to Force users.
Okay.
But
So, well,
You can still be influenced by the Force in those other ones.
so let me ask you this: you say you can't do it, but what about me being the odd Force user out on the outer rims in the Hutt system? Can we port something over? Can we
which is what we did
It's the
with
same
Jess's
game
character.
mechanics.
It's the same game mechanics. You can create a character from one of the other systems. I shouldn't say systems. Game settings, and bring it into a different one you're playing. I think what we've been finding, just correct me if I'm wrong, because this really impacts you. I'm playing a character straight out of Edge of the Empire. The storyline provided by the modules does not gear itself to activity by a Force user. The goals and the objectives and things like that are not as geared. Not to say that a Force user isn't useful and can't do it, but the set in the module setting
And that's
maybe
because
doesn't
it's
suit as
expecting
well.
you to more than likely play one of the characters from that module.
Right.
Instead of pulling one in.
So basically, it's the quick start guide. So it assumes you have just this, and you're just going to pick a couple of characters from the set that they gave you and just go.
Right.
Which would mean that it's Edge of Empire characters and an Edge of Empire setting and an Edge of Empire storyline. So
Make it very smooth for those that are using that as an educational tool for the game.
Right.
because it is the quick start guide.
Right.
It's designed to have everything you need to just
But when
open
you're
the box and play immediately.
But when you're players like us, you can't take anything
is
as it
there
is, and you
any-
have to homebrew.
There's
Right,
nothing
exactly.
that says that you cannot. There's
Correct.
nothing there that says don't you dare play a Force user in Edge of Empire.
Would
And
we
boy,
even listen to that rule
You
if
bet.
it was
Oh gosh,
there?
it'd be the first thing you do. Seriously, like a do not
go,
do this. I'd be like,
Oh, let me cross that out.
Everybody's a Jedi, and we're going to Tatooine. Let's go.
right.
But in the same way that you can bring a smuggler, I believe, in that archetype into your Force and Destiny campaign as well, the module just may not offer as many.
Yeah.
And so you'd probably want to homebrew the story as well.
Right. But,
Yeah.
but they are, like, even just as they are, it still works together.
You're still in the Star Wars
Like-
universe.
Yeah.
And like it's
You've got
actually
the
one of the
equipment,
things
you
that
can
I
do the roles, you can take the actions. It's just in a setting that is not preemptively created for those things to happen. So yes, whoever's behind the screen, along with the other storyteller players, need to narrate that shit out.
What are you finding as a Force user?
as a Force user, I've found that playing in the Edge of the Empire modules, like thus far, I haven't really found a huge number of opportunities to use the Force skills that I chose. But part of that is like what I picked hasn't really been terribly useful as of yet. That doesn't mean that they won't be useful, but it does. I mean, it's one of those things where like this is a brand new system of games for me. I created the character before I had ever played, so I didn't know what would be useful and what wouldn't throughout that game. And every time we do this, we create the character first, then we play, which I mean, you kind of have to do it that way.
Right.
But
when it's a
you then learn about
Right.
well,
And then
now
you can
that I
reverse
know-
engineer your experience a little bit the next
Right.
time.
It's like-
Sure.
I consider, okay, do I want to revisit what I picked and kind of re-roll, or am I going to just chat with the GM and like, hey, can you like make sure my fellow party members get injured so I can use that heal ability, please?
No problem. Happy to help you.
please don't do that. Please no.
Actually,
It
she
won't
can't.
work on
I was gonna
me.
say she can't heal you.
A third of your party cannot be healed by the
Once again,
Force.
GM fully supports this idea.
I do not.
great idea.
I have to fix myself.
I have mechanic
Oh wait.
skills.
Oh, you heal me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
can
just a
heal you.
circle.
Okay, so we've got I'm playing as a human, Arcadia is playing as a Twi'lek, and Cole here decided to play as a mouse droid.
Okay, so about that, it only
Sounded
says
very
droid as
accusatory.
your species. It doesn't specify what type of droid. So you can go as any kind of droid. If you wanted to be, the loading droids, or
Yep.
if you wanted to be an assassin droid, or like me and be a mouse droid.
Or okay,
With a
so
switchblade.
they have these giant construction droids that they use to build the skyscrapers on Coruscant. You
Yeah,
could be
yeah,
one of those.
yeah.
You could probably never leave planet.
It doesn't
but
specify.
You could do it.
It
I could
also
be a
does
buzz
not
droid.
You could be a buzz droid. You could be a droidica. You could be.
I didn't even think of that. I should have done
would
that.
be
You can't be a droidica.
Assassin
It just says
droid.
right here in the module. You can.
Be a replica of HK-47.
Right, that would be so cool.
You could also have your mouse droid intelligence put into a different droid at some point in time, but we're not going to discuss
Yeah,
that
because
now.
the body of the droid is irrelevant to the
Assassin mouse droid.
Oh, that would be
Don't
so
you
cool.
say his mouse body is irrelevant. That is a droid like any other droid.
He's going to
I
just
just
plug
mean he could
into a larger exosuit. He's going to become Iron Droid.
Yes. I mean,
Picks up the mouse droid, puts it on his shoulder. Now we conquer Coruscant. Although I do want like a first generation droid, battle droid head, just so that you can hear Ryder the whole time. You're walking the fuck around.
That'll be the voice program the mouse droid gets. His battle droid voice pack.
Okay, well, I've lost control of the table
yes, just a little
without
bit.
being at the table.
I know,
Okay.
right? Okay, so I guess the reverse question is, so if Force and Destiny only like what you're saying, it's only Force users. So like you don't have smugglers, and you don't have the droids, and you don't have the rebels and things like that. I mean, other than if you want a homebrew.
Right. Like the module is not immediately set up
Or the core rule book.
Or the core rule book.
Right.
But that doesn't mean some slight adjustments can't make that work.
Sure.
Just how Tatooine is going to attract anybody and everybody.
Sure.
We've got a rebel spy mouse droid. We've got a bounty hunter, and we've got a
Force user. We'll leave it there.
We'll just it's a little complicated if you haven't
If you
read
refer to page 67
the
of
old
my
Legends
backstory, it's actually
similar to Mara
Jade. Exactly.
Mara Jade was the inspiration, but that like anyone can end up on Tatooine. Like we've proven that.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
an inordinate number of really important people were just born there.
Yeah.
Like important people end up there for some reason
Because it's not really it's not part of the Empire.
Right. Yeah. It's like Queen of Naboo ended up there for a while. Yeah, like I mean,
So again,
it just draws
preventing
everywhere.
you
From being in the others.
Right.
Right.
And like even the Force and Destiny one, which sounds like it would be a little bit exclusive to the others.
You could have a smuggler stealing Force objects to sell to the
Exactly.
Hutts.
There's a market
Right,
for that
exactly.
stuff.
Or
There
sell
are
to the
have a
Empire.
bounty
Maybe the
hunter
Emperor
who's-
is the one who hired you to go get some Force
Right.
artifacts.
Yeah.
And
but for the quick
a rebel
start element
could
of those guides, they have, it sounds like to me, kind of narrowed down on a focus of the game.
Make it easier.
Which puts in a bracket of character archetypes that fit better in that setting and say, hey, run this through with these rules, but your mechanics, your base resolution.
But even your core rule books outside of that, like technically Force and Destiny, like even within the core rule books, you're just using Force. The PCs are Force users.
Right.
they are, but they do still have a lot of fighting abilities.
So it's home brewing to bring in people outside of that.
Technically, yeah.
I
but
wanted to jump over to Age of Rebellion. Obviously rebels, but what are we? What kind
Every type of rebel you can think of. You've got the just soldier. You've got spies like the mouse droid. You've got diplomats. That's an option. Yes. There's engineers, pilots. It's just if you're working for the rebellion, and
can you work for the Empire?
you probably could switch it around. Yeah, it doesn't specify that. It's not built for Empire directly, but a lot of the duties you could switch around to be. Let's say you're working for the Empire.
Okay.
Instead of collecting intel for the rebellion, you're collecting for the
you
Empire.
could do the
You could be a double agent in the rebellion working for the Empire.
yeah, it's like your diplomat could be going to planets that are suspected of having rebel sympathies and convince them to stay on the side of the Empire instead of sending resources to the rebellion. Your pilot, instead of being an X-wing pilot or a Y-wing pilot,
TIE
could be a
pilot.
TIE pilot. Exactly.
Which would suck.
So
TIE
no
fighters.
shields
Oh,
and no.
life support systems.
Right?
That's the reason they have to wear that armor. They don't have air inside the cockpit.
Right, and no hyperdrive to get yourself out of a situation. Like, yeah, nope, that's
TIE fighters suck.
kind of meant to be expendable, really.
It's just evolved into a well-worded email to the Empire about
Please fix your TIE fighters. They suck.
That's what Thrawn was trying to do with the TIE Defender.
And now they're so expensive, swarm tactics don't work, which was the Empire's main.
yeah, whoop-de shit. Back to Star Wars. The TIE fighter just took a lot of heat there.
I mean, they are quick because they don't have all of the, and yeah, like those swarm tactics, but like you're going to lose a lot of people that way, and they do.
Modeled after the Zero, was it not? Was it
Yes.
supposed to be the
Yeah.
Japanese Zero, which was much
Light,
more
nimble,
maneuverable?
but
than-
if it gets hit, it's going
toast.
down.
Yeah, absolutely. That was
All right.
my little
So
tidbit
what
of no-
about Edge of the Empire? We've talked smugglers, yada yada. What are? I mean, okay, I know I play a bounty hunter in Edge of the Empire. What are we dealing with? What kind of characters are
Bounty
in that?
hunters, smugglers, colonists.
Yeah.
I love colonists.
Yeah. So there's a technician, there's a hired gun, there's an
Spies.
explorer.
Spies or Rebellion one?
Yes, Spies of Rebellion.
Oh, so an explorer would be somebody because it's Tatooine. There's most something around the corner that has not been.
Explorer would probably fit really well into the Force one if you're looking for artifacts.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, like all of these
Oh,
could be
yeah.
like a colonist could be on Osis, you know, and then just run into.
No, a
Force-related
colonist on
stuff?
Ilum sounds fun.
Oh my God, it's an ice planet. It's an ice planet.
They're all part
The
of
only
elimination.
the only reason it was considered valuable at all, because like very few people actually live
Kyber
there.
crystals.
Like yeah, the lightsaber crystals was really the only reason.
That's also
anybody
why
was
the Empire
fighting
mined
for
it.
Yeah, this is
Do-
true.
Wow. I mean, just wow. We could go. Do you imagine we could probably get 5 hours, leave the room,
Oh, yeah.
have a nap and a sandwich, come back?
And they'd still be talking Star
They're
Wars.
still on Ilum.
Oh,
Right?
Oh,
on
easily.
Ilum.
Easily.
Yeah,
Just- yeah.
exactly.
You're not allowed to be in front of a microphone unsupervised. This is actually a problem. We're at
Okay.
the sinking field.
So I want to I guess just sort of do an overview for people listening. But before I do that, final comments, last bits that we want to share.
What are you enjoying about the game?
Those are two different questions.
All right, just first.
So basically, like each one is like a different style of play. Like, and the character classes actually work with this as well. So if you want to play more, if you prefer like playing more like a caster,
Okay,
Like-
magic user,
then
Force and Destiny.
that's going to be Force and Destiny. If you're more of a rogue, that's Edge of the Empire.
Edge of the
Well,
Empire.
And then
Age of Rebellion would also fit that with like
Right.
the spies and stuff.
there's a lot of overlap, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are some of the, I think,
Edge of the Empire and Age of Rebellion has a lot of overlap.
I was
So-
going to
Right.
say,
Is that our challenge where we're like, I cannot be kept to this little thing because you're supposed to have a party with all of these types of things in it?
I like.
it's like I built my Force
games are
user to be
almost
kind of
made
roguelike. Like I
kind
have
of be like-
stealth. So
Overlapped.
Yeah.
yeah, they're made to be, and I think that was the beauty of it, is that like the quick start guide is kind of exclusive to what comes in the box, but that's because it's a quick start guide.
Well, and the core rule books, again, back to, I mean, obviously tons more information, tons more characters, but still primarily within that
But
niche.
they probably had to do that due to the number of classes that
Absolutely.
are.
Right.
There's like 8 per
Yeah,
system.
when you
could
think
just
about
start
how
to get
big the universe
infinite.
is.
Yeah.
And then
But
if you
it's-
want to start segmenting out different rogue style classes, you could be
Yeah.
out there for days.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's and this is like the beauty of this is like, yeah, they technically separated it out because what are you going to do? Cram the entirety of
Could you
everything
imagine
Star
how
Wars into
big that
one
would
game?
be? Oh my
like you
gosh.
couldn't do it. Like I think the only way to make it manageable is to separate it out. But they're designed to work together.
Right.
Right.
And I love that so much because you can have a smuggler and a bounty hunter working with Force users, working with rebel spies and soldiers and
Droids.
And
mouse
meta,
droids, and like have them all work together and have like take a party with a character from each, because Arcadia is playing a character from the Edge of the Empire, Coel is playing a character from Age of Rebellion, and I'm playing one from Force and Destiny.
And we can play in the same
We can play
module.
in any
and-
And that'd
of
be-
the three of them,
together.
and it would work.
Yeah.
Like
thing
it
that
would
I thought,
work.
if you've got multiple tables, is you could do an Edge of the Empire table, an Age of Rebellion table, a Forces of Destiny table, and then go, okay, guys, for our last session, we're all together.
Oh yeah, it could be
Oh,
same
that
universe.
would be
Right?
so
because we just
cool.
said timeline's good.
Crossover episode.
Yeah, timeline's good. You know, if everything's happening at the same time, you could just have those.
You could just shuffle the parties.
have those intersect,
Right?
and now you've got a couple from Forces of Destiny that have unfortunately linked up with some smugglers from
Force
Edge of.
and
That
Why are
sounds
they
like-
working with the Huts?
Right,
Right.
right.
But there's a really
princess
good-
that got saved by a. I mean, come on, it writes itself. So you
Yeah.
could-
Yeah.
It's
for
so
those
easy to
scenes.
come up with a reason why anyone is in any one of these places. For any one of these classes can go anywhere. And
Cool.
it's,
Very,
It's
very
awesome.
cool. I know I'm having a great time playing it. I think just based on this conversation, people can tell you guys are having a great time playing it. We look forward to, coming back to this as a topic of conversation as we play the game more, learn more about it, dig maybe into character types a little bit more or mechanics for you guys that
I
are out
wouldn't
there
mind
listening.
talking about running it. As,
yeah,
as a game.
and that's
It's
what I was
got
going to say is
a few
digging.
unique things to it. So yeah, I think we keep it going, and goodness knows that little bit of time to talk about Star Wars is needed.
It's venting. We need to vent the Star Wars.
It's part of the regiment.
So I would love to hear from our listeners that are also Star Wars geeks as well as TTRPG geeks, because I'm sure we are not by any means the only ones out there. If you've been playing in the Star Wars TTRPG world, share with us what do you play? Where do you play? What are your favorite things to do in that world? And do you homebrew? And what do you do? You can always reach out to us on our socials. We're on Facebook and Insta, and you can find our episodes on YouTube as well, and leave us comments there too. So you can also catch us at www.wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria. We'd love to hear from our listeners as always. So thank you for listening. We're so glad you came to the table today, and we will talk to you next time.
Bye.
May the force be with you.
Ending.
This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Find us at wordleafmedia.com/findingatoria if you or anyone you know has stories or other good things to say about TTRPGs. Get a hold of us. You can find us on all the social medias.
This episode of Finding Atoria is brought to you by Wordleaf Media. Are you interested in sharing stories of your favorite TTRPG experiences? If so, reach out at www.wordleafmedia.com/contact us on our socials, or you can now leave a comment on your favorite Finding Atoria episode at our Wordleaf Media YouTube channel.